While writing briefly about the business, remember not to overlap or enter only if any activity doesn't match with one in column 12.
Sir, in column number 12, code of economic activity of the business unit needs to be entered.
Absolutely right. The establishment come under what economic activity? You must evaluate and then enter the code. The details and their code is given below in Schedule 6A. Select from there and enter.
Sir, if I have any confusion, then may I call you or meet you in person to clarify?
Yes. Why not? We're all team members and I'm always with you. You can also confirm from each other.
Sir, explain about the next column.
Column 13 must be left vacant. This would be filled afterwards by the officials at the DMO. And yes, about column 14, the master trainer did mention something.
Look, in the census for the first time, information is being collected about the handloom and handicraft activity. In the Schedule 6A, column number 14, fill 1. If the establishment is based on handicraft or handloom. Meaning, wherever the role of human skills is involved in handicraft or handloom, then those establishments would be included. Always remember this. Papper, matchstick, pickle, incense stick, equipment used for manufacture of firecrackers would not be included in this. Meaning, such establishments must be entered with code 0.
Sir, in column 15, the code relating to the owner of the unit needs to be filled.
Yes, what is the ownership of the unit? Is it being operated by government or non-government organization or by private sector or in partnership or a cooperative or a NGO or a religious unit? Any one code needs to be filled. If any structure has a pump house, animal feed or a temple, or if the owner or any person does not stay, then code in the column 2 of those houses should be 9.
Any establishment, industry, which is outside the coverage of the 6th economic census, then it should be left out in the first glance. If you come to know about it after filling starting column of Schedule 6A, then for such industries, don't forget to write code 99 in column 12. And in the remaining columns, fill --.
Sir, column 16 is easy. Whoever has code 2 in column 15, in other words, only the sex code of owners of proprietary unit needs to be given. And for others, this doesn't apply.
Rightly said. If units are not of proprietary nature, then nothing is to be filled in column number 16, 17, 18. Only 0 needs to be written.
Sir, one important direction we have forgotten. If column 2 has code 2, meaning the house is only for residential purpose, then nothing is to be filled after column A.
And if column 2 has code 9, then everything after column 2 should be left empty.
And if in any structure suddenly government office has come up and column 1 and 2 has an entry, then in that case column 12 should have an entry code of 99. In column 3, government office should be written. I would tell you something more about this. First, understand the survey column.
Okay.
Sir, what should be filled in column 19?
This is more easier. If business is permanent and runs throughout the year, then code should be 1. And if business is only in season, then code 2. And if both is not there, then code number 3.
Sir, column 20 also has a code, meaning where does the money to run this business come from? Sir, if any unit has taken loan from 3 sources and below the schedule there are several codes, so which code do we input?
If you visit any entrepreneur, then you must ask him which organization's maximum loan money is to be paid. You must enter that code number. In the same way, in column 21, write how many male workers have been kept on wages. And in column 22, similarly write the number of women workers working in that unit.
In column 23 and 24, those employees who do not get any wages but are working in the entrepreneur unit, their number needs to be filled. Male and female need to be put separately, and if children are working, then they also need to be included.
Yes, like family members do their work. They don't get any wage. Apprentices who are only getting training and they are also working.
In column 25, a total of column 21, 22, 23, 24 is to be filled.
Yes, and in column 26, those establishments where number of employees are 8 or more than 8, such units should be entered in numbered serial number till you reach the end of the page. If you look at the bottom of Schedule 6A, then you would see that for column 2, 7, 8, 14, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, there is an empty box to fill the total. In this, only column totals need to be filled. Side B of Schedule 6A would be filled similarly and would be numbered as page 2. Till the time the entire EB is covered, both sides of schedule would get filled by entries. Have you both understood?
Yes, sir. Remember, in Schedule 6A, blank spaces have been given below the columns. In that below the column 2, total of all structures with code 1 has to be filled. Similarly, in column 14, total of code 1 need to be filled. While beneath column 26, whatever serial number that would come in the last row, that number needs to be inputted. In the boxes at the end of remaining columns 7, 8, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, the total number according to the columns that would come after filling the line needs to be mentioned.
Sir, do this column total need to be filled in Schedule 6B?
Asha and Mohan. First, just like Schedule 6A, in the side A of Schedule 6B, also we would enter the identification particulars. Did you both understand? On the right side at the extreme top, page number 1, and in side B, page number 2 needs to be written. If the list of only one EB is running, then okay. Otherwise, for new EB, Schedule 6B should start from a fresh sheet. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
In column 1 of Schedule 6B, after entering all the page numbers of Schedule 6A, at the end of the page, the totals of all columns needs to be filled in column 2 to 12, and then at the end of the page, the totals of all columns have to be done. For doing the totaling, use of calculator can be done. And in the end, the enumerator needs to sign and put the numbers. The supervisor also needs to sign. In the 6th Economic Census, the task of data collection comes under the Collection of Statistical Act 2008, meaning the task is purely governmental. And the person not giving information or giving false information is liable for penalty or can be charged with punishable offence by the government. And not only this, if you try and fill the information without seeking information, you too can be charged with criminal offence. One more important thing, all the information would be kept secret and would not be forwarded to income tax or any other agency dealing in tax or labour law. Like all the enumerators, Mohan and Asha too have a map of the EB. A glance at it and it is depicted. In this layout map, some symbols are used like for power station, police check post, railway line, tube well, temple and religious place, etc. You can also match your EB layout map by physically visiting your EB and with the help of landmarks, identify these and then only start your field work.
Sir, now Schedule 6C needs to be understood.
I know that. You both take out your Schedule 6C.
Okay, sir.
And while filling this Schedule 6C, always remember one important point, that this needs to be filled only for those establishments where the number of workers are 8 or more than 8. Schedule 6C, just like Schedule 6A, should be started from side A. First, EB's identification particulars should be filled like 6A, then page number 1 should be given.
So you explained it very well. We came to know in Schedule 6A itself. So in column 26, such units have been depicted by running serial number. Only their elaborate information should come in this.
Sir, page number of column 1 of Schedule 6A containing the entry of such unit and serial number of unit from column 2 needs to be copied.
You understood it correctly. Now in column 3 of Schedule 6C, fill the name of the establishment, complete address, phone number, fax and email in local language. For filling 3.6 and 3.7, PAN and TAN number should be asked. Remember, for column 3.2, name and complete address in English would be filled by the DSO office.
Sir, if any person doesn't have PAN or TAN number, or he doesn't remember or doesn't wish to tell that, then what do we do?
Try to know it. Otherwise, leave it empty. One more thing. If the unit is a branch office, then only column 3 would be filled. And if the branch unit's main office or head office is somewhere else, then column 4 should also be filled. In other words, name and address of branch and head office should be written. Remember, if the establishment is one and only unit in the entire country, then also column 4 should be filled. Some big outlets and retail stores come in this.
In column 5, description of business unit's economic activity needs to be given. That is also mentioned in column 11 of Schedule 6A. That description is to be filled.
Sir, the information of column 6, 8, 9 we can get from Schedule A. These can be copied from there, but column 7 need not be filled, as this code would be filled in DSO office after the completion of the field work.
It's okay. In column 10, we need to enter the year from which the unit started working under the present ownership. Suppose one dhaba started working since 1950 and on the board also 1950 is written. But from 1970, it was bought by someone who's running it as owner since 1970. Then in column 10, 1970 should be written. If the unit doesn't have a computer, then in column 11, code 3 should be given. If only computer is there, code 2, and if internet is there, then code 1 should be given. In column 12, if the establishment for its manufacturing or for providing services is using electricity, then code 1 should be given, otherwise code 0 should be filled. In column 13, units exporting their products and services should be coded 1, and rest all would be filled with code 0.
Sir, how would we come to know of the export unit?
If the establishment has acquired foreign currency and if the transaction has been done with foreign currency, or if for any product or services it has acquired foreign currency, then that establishment would be called exporting unit.
Sir, column 14 says whether the establishment is registered or not.
Right. If in column 14 code 1 is being given, then it becomes important to check in column 15 under which act or law the establishment is registered. The list is mentioned in the form in 15.1 to 15.9. Fill the right choice. Remember, there may be some establishments who may be registered under more than one act. Then in such case, entry of code 1 would be filled in more than one boxes. In the rest, code 0 would be given. If for column 14 code is 0, then in column 15 mention 0 in 15.1 to 15.9.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see you. Meet you tomorrow.
Have you understood everything?
Why?
Because sometimes you're confused.
Confused?
Yes, Papa. Don't do it. Otherwise, what would happen to the future of child like me?
Asha and Mohan, you both have to prepare a completion certificate. The format is in the guide. You must have seen that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, start your field visit from today itself. Best of luck.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Hello. I am Mohan, enumerator of 6th Economic Survey. In this program run by the ministry, we are trying to collect information related to establishments and business units.
Namaskar. I am Asha. I want to have some information about your business.
Oh, there is a lock here. It looks like nobody stays here. In this situation, Sir told to put house number in column 1 and in column 2 code 9 and no entry except this.
Hello. Is there any business activity going in your house?
No, not at all.
Are all family members salaried?
No.
In this house, there is no business activity, nor there is any salaried person. It should be filled in this way. Code 2 should be filled in column 2 and the rest of the information in column 4 and 5.
This is a commercial structure. I know how to fill this. In column 2, code 1 should be entered, and along with it, information related to the factory should also be filled.
Namaskar. So there is a shop running in your house. Sir had explained that in such a situation, Schedule 6A should be filled in this way. Their information in column 11 should be written in separate lines. And yes, 2 must be written in column 8.
Oh, this temple should also be counted. It seems that the priest lives in the house there. Sir had told me how to enter this. Okay, let me go there and inquire. Okay, I've reached the post office. Let me go and collect the information.
Sir, I'm Asha, enumerator of 6th Economic Survey. Sir, may I know how many employees are there in your office?
4 employees. Brother,
Yes, tell me.
do you sell Pani Puri in the stall?
Yes,
I want to talk to you.
tell me.
It's okay. He would be covered in EB of his house.